Hello, my name is Paulina Espejel Hernandez. I was born on the 7th of January of 1998. Since my first years, I have always been on a bilingual school, so that means that I have learned English since then. My father is Eduardo Espejel, and my mother is Ileana Lorena Hernandez. I have one brother. His name is Luis Eduardo Espejel, and he has now 15 years old. And we have a difference of 5 or 4.5 years old. My father is born from Mexico City, and my mother is born from Oaxaca. They both meet by phone, by a call, because they work in the same place. They moved to Monterrey because my father have a job opportunity, so we moved in, and here I was born in Monterrey City. I have always been like a student that cares about their grades, that cares about everything that she does. I have always been passionate by sports. My favorite sports, at the beginning, I practiced swimming for 6 years since I was 2 years old. For like 6 years from then, we moved to Mexico City because my father have another opportunity job, but in the Mexico City. So we flew away, and then there was where I changed my sport. I was into gymnastics, so that's my favorite sport, gymnastics, of all the ones that I practice. I have practiced karate, I have practiced basketball, I have practiced football, tennis. I think that's it. Gymnastics and cheerleading. That is the most recent one. When I moved on here, because my father again have an opportunity to move on and really have more comfort being in Monterrey, I get into cheerleading, and I also get into Preparatoria Tec Milenio. I spent there my 2 years of high school, and then there was the time when I have to choose about a career that I didn't know which one to choose. I actually remember having thoughts about being a lawyer, a financial girl. Also, I wanted to be a psychologist, but I decided myself to be in marketing. I spent a week learning about marketing. I put myself in the University of, again, Tech Millennium, and I couldn't handle it. I have always been a lover of mathematics and physics. That's why those two were my favorites topics of school, the ones that keep me awake. But I just think that because it was dynamic. So, but I realized when I went to the school that I didn't really like business stuff or colors or something like that. And then I talked to my tutor that the facility of Tec Milenio give me to, and she talked me about hey, why don't you change to an engineer? My father is an engineer, and I saw him every day writing on the computer, and I was no, I don't want that. I just don't want that. But she said to me like, we have another types of engineering, and she started talking to me about my actual career, that it's in industrial engineer. And so she started talking to me about it, and I was like, hey, it was like a little bit of something, a little bit of law, a little bit of finance, a little bit of business, a little bit of electrical engineer, a little bit of software, a little bit of every career. And I was like, I'm very interested in that, because I remember that when I was like searching for a career, there are tests that give you like the facility to for you, based on your abilities, based on what you like, of which is the career that most fits to you. But I didn't have like a unanimous result. I was always like 50-50, or there is a circle that is like have spines, and I was like a complete, almost perfect circle. I didn't fit in anything like a specific, and this one I think that it was like the perfect fit for me. So I took it, and now I'm very happy. I'm actually having practices on Metalsa. It's a company from Proesa here in Monterrey that it has expanded to 15 countries around the world, and it's very cool. And I, I actually started like this um, phase in my life, and I'm just hoping from the best. So thank you, and bye.